Hey guys, what we're going to be making today are brownies in the oven, and later on we will do brownies in the microwave so we can see the difference in taste, texture, and you'll see which one is the better option. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start off with our wet ingredients. I've already sprayed the pan. Okay, you can use metal or glass, whichever one you want. Just make sure it gets sprayed with PAM so the brownies don't get stuck to the container. Okay. Next, I already microwaved the butter. You can see it here, and I'm going to go ahead and dump it into our large mixing bowl. Okay. Make sure you use a silicone spatula so you can get all the butter off of the bowl. Okay, because you don't want to cut yourself short of fat that is needed for the recipe. Okay. So it took a little bit longer than 30 seconds. So it took me actually a minute to melt it completely. Next, we're going to add the sugar and the water. So the sugar, we need 1 2/3 cup. Okay. So simple fractions, I'm going to use 1/3 cup 5 times. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so if you could see, my sugar is a little bit brownish in color, and that's because I purchased the organic sugar. Okay, and we need 2 tablespoons of water. There's 1. And 2. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this, cream it together. Okay, the next thing that we're going to add is going to be 1 egg at a time. These also are organic eggs. You can see that they're brown eggs. And if you saw the yolk is very rich in color. That means that there's a lot of omega-3s and vitamins in there. Then I'm going to go ahead and add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Remember to pour it slowly because it'll spill out really quickly. So that's 2 teaspoons. So I'm going to set this aside for right now. Okay, I already measured out the flour. Okay, so there is currently 1 1/4 cup flour, and now we need 3/4 cup of cocoa powder. So I'm going to do the 1/4 3 times. So here's 1, 2, and 3. And then the next thing is going to be 1/2 a teaspoon of baking powder. So remember, baking powder and baking soda are 2 different things. So baking powder is in this little container that's metal. Baking soda is usually going to be an orange cardboard box. Okay. The benefit of using baking powder is that it's an acid, so it causes it to rise when it's baking. Okay. And then we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Just go ahead and whisk it until it's all mixed. So it should all look chocolatey, like brown. Okay. So we want to mix this really well first, and then we'll incorporate it into the wet ingredients. Okay. So let's bring the wet ingredients back in. Dump it all in there. Okay. And then you can go ahead and use that silicone spatula to combine it. I wouldn't use the whisk just because the whisk is going to cause it to get stuck in between the whisk. So I prefer using a spatula. And remember, I do this really slowly as to not form too much gluten. So I don't really stir, I just kind of move it around a little bit until it's all combined. So it's all getting chocolatey right now. It's starting to look like batter. There should not be any powder in here, because then it's not going to bake correctly. So make sure all the powder is gone. Especially the little clumps, sometimes it'll clump up and have dry spots. So make sure you break those up. I usually will get it from the sides, twist it over, get it from the bottom, put it on top. Okay. So it is all incorporated already. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the pan that has been sprayed. I had already preheated the oven to 350. Try to scrape all the chocolate off of the bowl so you can have enough to fill your square pan. Okay. It's not going to be liquidy batter, it's going to be thick. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and scrape it off. Move it around in your pan to fill each corner of the pan. Okay, there's still more in here, so I'm going to scrape it a little bit more. Almost done here. Try to like smooth it out so it's completely flattened. This will go perfect with ice cream for dessert. And I'm going to go ahead and give it a little tap. Okay. To get any air bubbles out. And we're going to go ahead and put it in the oven. And it should take about 18 to 25 minutes. When you poke the toothpick in it, it should come out clean without any batter on it. Okay, that's how you know it's done. All right, send me some pictures if you get to do it, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks, guys.